Good morning, YouTube. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Check. Hot mic, hot mic. Okay, ready? Here we go. Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, April 15th. I'm JB, and welcome to another edition of What's On Today with Discovery Bay, home of the YouTube Comic Community Channel Guide. This is the show where I'm going to share some of my top picks from the sea of comic content that was released yesterday. Then I'm going to run down the lineup of shows that are either releasing or going live today. So let's start with a quick recap of yesterday's highlights. There are links to these channels in the description below. These channels have been discovered. Okay, first up on the recap, over at Chuckload of Comics channel, Chuck and the team are set up at the Star Wars celebration in Chicago, and yesterday they released a video titled The Mandalorian Reaction and Review, live from Star Wars Celebration. Let's take a peek.
Hey guys, welcome back to a very special Chuckload of Comics, Day 4 of Star Wars Celebration.
Day 4!
Let me tell you, if I wasn't excited about The Mandalorian before, I am now.
Holy crap, people.
We just got out of the Mandalorian panel. We saw so much footage of this upcoming show. None of this stuff was on the live stream, guys. We're going to break down everything we just saw on the Mandalorian panel. Oh my God.
This
guys,
might be my favorite panel.
It was pretty
Get
awesome. Excited about The Mandalorian. All the footage aside, this looks like a major Star Wars motion picture every single week. We're going to get an hour-long Star Wars show every single week.
I think that's excellent.
Andy, you...
Great stuff, Chuck. Check out the entire video at the link right here. Okay, over at the, next up on the recap, over at the Big Will channel, Will went live yesterday with a stream titled The Big Show with Comics with Bueller, Jeff is Sick. Now this was fantastic. If you want to get to know Bueller a little better, then this is a must-watch. Let's take a peek.
But we have a very special guest today. We have Comics with Bueller is here. Say hey, Bueller.
What's going on? Thank you for having me. I'm on location at a special property my family has. It's a nice private lake, and I get to sit here and talk about comics while I sit outside, and it's going to be a good time. Thank you, Big Will, for having me on your show for the first time. Mine is Low Grade is My Grade. And I'm a big collector, and if I go through my collection, and all my books are low-grade books, and I love them.
Good stuff, you guys. If you like Bueller, then you won't want to miss this one on the rewind. The link to Big Will's channel is right here. Check him out. Okay, next up is a new show from Billy at Economics and Comics. He released a video titled New Show, Pure Spec. Let me save you 35% with pure speculation. New comic book day, 2 months out. So,
I'm going to call it Pure Spec. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to Midtown. And I'm going to go to the previews all the way 2 months away. That's where you can save 35% off on a book, which is what you guys probably want to start doing. I mean, you can always have your LCS, but if you're sure about certain things, you can always get them early for 35%. So, is it going to show it to me, or is it going to freeze? Okay, that's fire. Okay, so I've already done my pre-orders. I already know I ordered a couple of these at 35% off. I would definitely suggest that would be one. Dude, Friesen is the cover B. Sick. Okay.
this is a great video. If you're not familiar with the program, it's a great way to save a lot of money. I mean, 35% is a big number. So check out the link right here. By the way, Midtown is not the only retailer that offers this program. I personally used to use Midtown for my preview orders, but I'm moving my pre-order business over to Russ at MillGeeks Comics. Russ is providing a really slick interface through the previews website. I'll leave a link in the description below. Okay, the final item on the recap comes from YessiLou Comics and Pops channel.
Superhero.
Lou released a video titled Zapp Con Mystery Boxes and Marvel Collector Core Unboxing. Pretty cool. Check him out at the link right here. Okay, now let's get to today's lineup and find out what's on today with Discovery Bay. All of these times are listed in both Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time, and there are links to these channels with timestamps in the description below. So, first up at 2 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. Eastern. Check out Chuck and Lawrence over at the GO2 Geeks channel as they bring you a video titled Red Sonja Go2 Geeks Spotlight. At 5 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Eastern, Comics with Bueller starts our week out right with Coffee, Comics, and Comments, number 39. Low-grade comics and other key comic books to buy and get, comic hauls. So Bueller's on location in his family's vacation spot while he shares a few of his hunting finds from the weekend and some of the comments from his fans. Now, I don't miss this series because there's no better way to start your Monday morning than with Bueller. At 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, Billy at Economics and Comics has given us another movie review with a video titled Silencio Movie Review. At 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, head over to Burke Nasty 54 Comics channel for a premiere video titled Name That Comic Book Character with my wife and daughter. His wife and daughter do their best to name 10 comic book characters based off of information about the character. The 10 characters are 5 heroes, 3 villains, and 2 teams. Check out the video and see how they did. Okay, next up at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern is our first live show from Jeff Comics 813. You know the one from Cantonese Comic Wednesday? He's ready to host a live stream titled JC Top GRAIL for 2019. Let's show him some support and stop by and say hello. Next up at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Whosoever watches this channel, if he or she be worthy, shall acquire the knowledge from the Comic Chief.
The Comic Chief is going live today. He's going to bring us a stream titled 700 Subscriber Giveaway Contest Results. Alright, next up at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, we have another live show, this time over at Bubs Comics. Come join the fun in the No Faces Comic Chat, hosted by the trio of Bubs Comics, DS Comics, and Metarog. This chat is approved for all ages. Next up at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, we get another live stream, this time from the team at MCE, which stands for Marvelous Collectibles and Entertainment. They have a weekly stream called That Geek Show. And I want to take a moment right here to tell everybody that's watching, if you haven't seen this show, you're missing out. Period. It may be the best show that interacts through the chat and its programming. They have a segment called Display or Nay portion, which is my absolute favorite segment. Head over, stop in the chat, hit the like, and say hello. Okay, at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we have another live stream. CBSI presents Tales from the Flip Side, episode number 64. The team at CBSI will be discussing something good, probably SPEC related. Stop in the chat, join in the discussion, and leave a thumbs up. Alright, at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, over at Home of the New York Warriors channel, we get a live show titled Chillin with the New York Warriors. So come join Biggie, Manny, Joker, Jeff, Marky in the chat as they discuss all things comics. They'll give you a little preview of tomorrow's auction. This is a great show, you don't want to miss it. Okay, and the final item on the lineup and the last live show that I knew about starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, over at Comic Core channel. We get a new live show titled Story Comic Core. Alec hosted a preview last week. Let's take a peek.
Call the itch. Every Wednesday I feel it, like a siren song pulling me to the rocks. I should buy this. It might be a spec book. But why do I care? When did it start? When did I start buying multiples of a single issue? When did I start justifying paying ratio for a 1:50 variant? When did I start caring about who the next villain in some TV show I don't watch might be? Because I'm not actually sure I do. They say admitting you have a problem is the first step towards recovery. Well, my name's Alec, and I'm addicted to SPEC. And I don't want to be anymore. I want to revisit my roots, revisit why I really love comics. Great stories, great storytelling, the great art of a great art form. But it's not that easy, and I can't do it alone. Join myself, Comichead84, Caleb the Comic Smurf, Chad 90 MF Comics, and some other great guests as we reread and discuss some of our favorite series from the past in our newest show, Story Comic Core. No spec, no firsts, no cash, no trends.
Take a peek. I'm really looking forward to this one tonight because I've got that same problem. I gotta stop doing this. Okay, really quick, I want to make a quick shout out to Bob World for becoming the newest supporter of the show on Patreon. I really appreciate you and all the other Patreon supporters. Okay, everyone, please visit me on Facebook and Instagram, where I'm going to post this schedule sometime in the afternoon, probably between 3 and 4 o'clock my time, with any ads and or changes to that schedule. Also visit me on Patreon. Okay, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give me a thumbs down, but you really don't have to. Share it if you know of anybody that needs this information, and I always love to read your comments, and I try to reply to every single one. Even though I don't do such a good job of it, I really do try. Okay, if you're not already a subscriber, think about subscribing so you don't miss out on any of these cool new shows. Hopefully there's somebody in here that you've never seen before and you'll go check them out today. And as always, do not forget, we had a good time.